Hi Scorpio, this is your horoscope for November 2023. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to give you a rundown of what the planets are doing, how they influence you specifically as a Scorpio. And these horoscopes are for sun sign Scorpios first, then rising sign or ascendant sign Scorpios, and then finally moon sign Scorpios. So the first thing in November is that we've got Saturn, the planet of structure, that goes direct on the 4th of November. And it goes direct in your 5th house of what you love and romantic relationships and children and what you're really passionate about. So when Saturn is in retrograde, that sense of security and structure, particularly in Pisces, comes from within. It's a period of, I'm going to be okay as such. When it goes direct, it gives you an eye for opportunities and the ability to create structure out in your actual life, in your physical life. And with it being in your 5th house, if you're someone who is looking to create a relationship or some sort of structure in your love life, excuse me for a second, then Saturn going direct is really positive because it makes you look at things in a much more practical way. As in, I want to be in a relationship, this is what I do to achieve. It's very cut and dry. We've also got Neptune, which isn't cut and dry. That's the water planet of dreams and intuition, and it's in the sign that it rules, Pisces, in your 5th house as well. So we've got structure and the dream in your 5th house of what I am passionate about. So if there's anything that you are longing for or anything that you're after, November is a really good time to pursue it. It also means you're creatively kind of connected and inspired. So if you work as a creative person or as a healer or as an intuitive, it's really a good month for you. On the 8th of November, we've got Venus, the planet of love and beauty. That goes into Libra in your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength, which is amazing because Venus is about new beginnings and kind of giving life to something. In Libra, again, it's very creative, but Libra in itself is a bridge. So with it being in your 12th house, it means you're naturally very connected to the higher realms. Okay, so if you're a Scorpio who's never had like a spiritual moment or an intuitive moment, which is unlikely, but if you are, then this is really a month where you can have that spiritual breakthrough because the voice or the guidance or the sense of presence is so strong that it's hard to ignore, let alone I need to contact this, I feel blocked. It's like a really loud presence that you can easily connect to. On the 10th of November, we've got Mercury, the communication planet, going into Sagittarius in your 2nd house of money and physical belongings. So around the 10th of November, you may start to look around for other opportunities when it comes to your work or looking to create a second source of income, anything that you can kind of do on top of what you're doing or to amend and change the original will become very interesting to you. On the 13th of November, we have a new moon in Scorpio. That happens in your 1st house of self, and we have loads of things in your sign at the moment. So a new moon is when the moon goes pitch black. It pulls loads of energy in to get ready for its next 28-day cycle. And it pulls your energy in. So for you to feel head Scorpio, heart Scorpio, they're totally aligned. And it's like, this is a good spot in my life where I can listen and do and take charge of what I want. So you're not particularly conflicted or tormented here. It's your time of the year. Mars is in Scorpio, so it's likely that you have a strong focus on a particular area where you're really effective, Scorpio. When you have something to focus on and to work on, like I am going to be the detective and figure out what the root cause is here, you're really better than any other sign at doing that, to identify what the real issue is and then to take control of it and to transform it. So with Mars at 22 degrees, the master number of the builder in Scorpio, this is what I want to create. And again, I think particularly when it comes to your relationships. So if you're in a relationship and you're really happy and you want to make that more committed, it's a great month to kind of make the offer to live together or to get engaged, whatever it may be. Yeah. Or if it's, I like this job, I'm a temp worker, I want to sign up for this permanently or do it myself in some sort of consistent way, this is the month to do that. So that's the new moon. We also have Ceres in Scorpio and the transiting midheaven. So Ceres is abundance. At 24 degrees in Scorpio, listen to your own gut. You'll get the opportunities from there and then see them in the real world. And the midheaven, you can really change your job and your income if you want this month, Scorpio. Wow, but it's really like focused on that. The other signs aren't about that at all. The No. So on the 13th of November, I was going to say the 14th, but no. The 13th to the 23rd of November, that whole thing about work and am I happy, do I want to change things, what other opportunities, that's going to be your priority until the 23rd of November, which is when we have the Sun going into Sagittarius in your second house. So the focus gets even stronger, and it's likely now I found something that I prefer to my current situation. I want to pursue that and see where it leads me. So if you're someone who's trying to keep everything as it is, then you're going to have a hard time, because you're really like, you're really keeping your eyes on things and you're spotting opportunities everywhere. So it's better to align yourself with change and to be willing to experience that, rather than say everything has to stay exactly as it is. On the 27th of November, we have a full moon in Gemini. And that happens in your 8th house of institutions, and it opposes all that Sagittarius energy in your second. So on the 27th, I think you'll get to some sort of moment where it's like, this is the result when it comes to making changes in my work. I've now decided that I'm going to take the new job, or I've decided to go off on my own, or to keep things as they are. You'll get to a point of, this is the moment, this is crunch time. And you're not going to be conflicted about that. And the message via the planets is to trust that and to go with that decision. It's going to be good. On the 27th as well, we have Venus in Libra still in your 12th. And that opposes Chiron and Aries in your 6th house of work and daily routine. There's an opportunity to heal your working life and your daily routine. If you're going to a job every day and it's like, oh, I hate this job so much, I can't wait to get out of here. You shouldn't be in that job. It's time to change. This is the opportunity to make that change. That's a particular type of torture that I don't think people talk enough about. There's, some people say, just pick something and decide on it and just do it. And for some people, I'm sure that works. But for other people, we have to swap and try different things, and it takes us a while. And the journey can be exhausting, but I think it's so worth it, because if you do eventually find what it is you enjoy, then your whole life is different, because we do spend time, working. So, I think that I'm preaching to the choir here with that. On this day, we also have a grand cross, which is 4 squares. So a square is a line connecting 2 planets when they're 90 degrees away from each other. And there are 4 of them to create a big red square. And that's an area of unresolved friction. And on this day, it connects your Saturn in Pisces with your Sun and Mars in Sag, Black Moon Lilith in Virgo, and the Moon in Gemini. And it's really about, I want to work to have some structure in my relationships and make my hopes and dreams come true here. But I really want to have a job and work that I love. So if that's the question for you, Scorpio, in November, you're going to get a lot of good answers. All the personal planets are direct, so it's all systems go. Communication is good, your drive, your energy, your focus is good, your ability to create is good. Nothing stands in the way of that, so go for it. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with here in November. I hope you have a fabulous month. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on the button that says book your reading to order your reading with me. Have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.